Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Hope you have a good day and a good week. It's going to be the last week of the 9 weeks, so we need to get this stuff done. I'm going to go over the mid-module review that we did, lessons 1 through 15. There's, I believe, 22 problems, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay. Number 1 says, what is the ratio of the following description? Mrs. Pavlov ate 5 times as many vegetables as her son. Okay, so we don't know how many vegetables her son ate, but we do know that whatever number that is, it's going to be 5 times as many as that Mrs. Pavlov is going to have. Okay, so the ratio that we are going to use is C, 5 to 1. In the cafeteria, 80 bananas were put out for breakfast. At the end of breakfast, 36 bananas were left. What is the ratio of bananas taken to total bananas? Well, we need to find out how many were taken. So we do 80 minus 36 because there were 36 left, and we get 44. Okay, now we have to find the ratio of bananas taken to total bananas, which is letter C, 44 to 80. Number 3 says, what is the ratio of bananas left to bananas taken? Okay, well, there was 36 bananas left and 44 taken. So our answer is A. It says use a tape diagram. Ryan took a multiple choice test. The ratio of problems he got wrong to the problems he got right was 4 to 9. If he got 12 problems wrong, how many did he get right? So our ratio was 4 to 9, 4 being wrong, and 9 being right. Okay, he said 12. He got 12 problems wrong. Okay, so these 4 units have to represent 12. So if there's 4 units and these 4 units together is 12, then we have to put 3 in each unit. If we do that to the top, we have to do it to both parts of the tape diagram. Now we can figure out how many he got right. Okay, 9 times 7, or 9 times 3, sorry, equals 27. Letter D. Number 5, the ratio of Isabella's money to Shane's money is 3 to 11. If Isabella has $33, how much do Shane and Isabella have altogether? Okay, so I'm not going to use a tape diagram, but what I am going to do is make this little diagram. So the ratio of Isabella's to Shane's money is 3 to 11. 3 being Isabella, 11 being Shane. We know Isabella has $33. Okay, we don't know how much money Shane has yet. Okay, but we do know what we have to do to 3 to get 33. We multiply by 11. So we have to multiply Shane's money as well by 11. 11 times 11 is 121. Okay, so he has $121. But we aren't done. It says how much do Shane and Isabella have all together? Okay, so we take 121 plus 33, and we get 154. That's letter A. Use these two ratios. Are these two ratios equivalent? Use the value of the ratios to the side. Well, you have 8 to 176 and 1 to 22. We have to make them, we have to find the value of them. So we know 8 to 176 is going to be 8 over 176 as a fraction. But that's not in lowest terms. We have to reduce this. So we're going to divide both by, let's try 8. Okay, so I'm going to divide 8 by 8, which equals 1. And I'm going to divide 176 by 8. 2, 16, 1. Bring down the 6. 8 goes in the 16 twice. And I get 1 over 22, 122. Okay. Then I look at 122, make that into a value. And we have the same value. So if they have the same value, then that means that they are equivalent. What is the constant for the two ratios in number 6? Well, if we have 8 to 176 and 1 to 22, what do you have to do to both? What do you have to do to the first number in the ratio to get the second number of the ratio? You have to multiply by 22. So 22 is our constant. The ratio of the number of people who own a small dog to the number of people who own a large dog is 4 to 3. So I'm going to make a tape diagram. This is small, this is large, and it's 4 to 3. If 500 more people own a small dog than a large dog, how many people own a large dog? Okay, well, we have to find our cutoff. There's one more unit for small dogs than there is large dogs, and it's telling us that that one unit has to represent 500 more people. So we're going to put 500 in that one unit. Well, all these units are equivalent. Okay, they're all equal, so we have to put 500 in each of these units. Okay, and now we can figure out how many people owned a large dog. There's 3 units with 500 in each unit. We add those up and we get 1,500. Number 9, students are surveyed to determine which sports they enjoyed watching the most. For every 3 boys who enjoyed soccer, 5 boys enjoyed soccer. Okay, I'm going to highlight that. For every 7 girls who enjoyed soccer, 1 girl enjoyed football. Okay, 90 boys enjoy soccer. How many girls enjoy each? A double tape diagram would be very helpful. When you see somebody say use a double tape diagram, it just means to use 2 of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The first ratio was for boys. Okay, 3 to 5. And this is soccer to football. So for every 3 boys, there is 5 boys who like football. Now let's go to girls. Okay, soccer. Soccer and football. Football was just 1 unit. Soccer was 7 units. Okay, so now we have our 2 ratios. It tells us that 90 boys enjoy soccer. So that means these 3 units have to represent 90. Okay, so that means we have to divide 90 by 3, which gives you 30. So it's asking how many girls enjoy each. We're going to put 30 in each of these units. 30 times 7 is 210, and 30 by itself is 30. Okay, so our ratio is 210 to 30. That is letter C. Number 10, which statement is true? Survey results are: the number of people who prefer cake is 12. The number of people who prefer pie is 5. Okay, if we take the ratio 12 to 5 and make that a value, it would be 12 over 5. And that would be the reduced version. Okay, so let's read number 1. The number of people who prefer cake is 12/5 the number who prefer pie. Well, is that true? It is true, because we just determined our value up here. So A is our answer. Halfway there. My family and I went to Mexico, New York, and picked apples. For every bushel of apples, I was able to make 24 jars of applesauce. If I pick 5 bushels of apples, will I have enough to make 150 jars of applesauce? So our ratio here is 1 to 24, because for every 1 bushel, he makes 24 jars of applesauce. So I'm going to write that, 1 to 24, and I'm going to complete my table. I'm counting up by 24s and 1s. So now, if I picked 5 bushels of apples, will I have enough to make 150 jars of applesauce? The answer is no, because for 5 bushels, you're only going to get 120 jars of applesauce. We're going to skip number 12. I don't want to test you on that. 13. When I bake no-bake cookies, I use 2 cups of sugar for every 3 cups of oats. If I use 45 cups of sugar, how many cups of sugar should I use? Or if I use 45 cups of oats, how many cups of sugar should I use? Okay, so our ratio is 2 to 3. sugar to oats. But if we complete this table, it doesn't give us enough room unless you skip numbers to go all the way up to 45. Okay, so we have to try something else. So I'm going to do 2 to 3. Okay, this is sugar, this is oats, and we know we have 45 oats, but we don't know the number of sugar that we have. So, but we do know that we have to multiply 15 to get 45 from 3. So we have to do 2 times 15, which gives us 30. So our answer is C, 30. Number 14 says find the missing number. We just have to find the relationship. What are you doing to 12 to get 3? You're dividing by 4. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 72 divided by 4 is 18. So we have to do 48 divided by 4, which gives you 12. 15 says find the missing number. You have to find the relationship as well. You're multiplying by 4. So 13 times 4 is 52. Number 16 says do some math to get these two charts comparable, then tell which juice is more watery. Okay, we're trying to figure out which one has the most water compared to its juice concentrate. Okay, so there's many different ways to complete this problem, but what the easiest way I found is just completing the table. Okay, we'll look at the apple concentrate column. We know we're counting up by 3s, it's just skipping numbers. So it started off at 3 and then went to 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Okay, skipped all the way to 27. So the next one would be 30. Well, if you see now I have two numbers that match, 30 and 30. Okay, but I need to figure out how much water 30 cups of apple concentrate would take. So we know here we're counting up by 2s because it's going from 4 to 10, so it's skipping some numbers. Okay, so 18 plus 2 would be 20. So for every 30 cups of apple concentrate, that we need 20 cups of water. But if we compare that to the orange juice concentrate, for every 30, we need 15 cups of water. So which juice would be more watery? Letter A, apple juice. Number 17, my kids love smoothies. Recipe calls for 2 cups of raspberries and 7 cups of other ingredients. 2 to 7. Recipe 2 calls for 3 cups of raspberries and 9 cups of other ingredients. Okay, and remember, it says which will be more raspberry-ish. Raspberry-ish meaning that which recipe is going to have the most raspberries compared to other ingredients. Okay, so this is going to be raspberries and other, raspberries and other. Okay, so I'm going to complete these tables, 4 to 14. Nine to 27, 12 to 36, 15 to 45, 18 to 54. Okay. So now we completed both tables. Now we have to compare the both tables. Are there any numbers that match in both tables? Well, I see 6 and 21 here and 6 and 18. So for every 6 raspberries in recipe 1, there are 21 other ingredients. But for recipe 2, for every 6, there are only 18 other ingredients. So which recipe will be more raspberry-ish? It's going to be recipe 2. 18. If I can walk 4 miles in 60 minutes, how many minutes will it take me to walk 7 miles? A double number line or ratio table will be helpful. Well, we're going to use a ratio table because it's already there. So we're walking 4 miles in 60 minutes. In order to find the value here, okay, we need to determine how much we walked, how long it took for 1 mile. Okay, so we have to divide 60 divided by 4, which gives you 15. Okay, so in one mile took them 15 minutes. So that's how we start off our table. 2 to 30, 3 to 45, 4 to 60 as we had, 5 to 75, and 6 to 90, okay? And we look at what they're asking. They're asking for a 7-minute, or for 7 miles, okay? So all we have to do is extend our table 1 row, and we add 15 to 90, which gives you 105. So our answer is 105 minutes, which is letter D. 19. Which equation could be used to find the number of toys? Okay, so remember when we are trying to find the first number of the ratio, okay, we have to find the value. Well, the value of 1 to 4 is 1/4. So we look at our equations. Which equation has 1/4 in it? C. So C has to be our answer. T equals 1/4 B. 1/4 times any number in the B column, you're going to get T. Number 20, which equation could be used to find the number of batteries? Okay, what are you doing to T to get the number in the batteries column? Well, we are just multiplying by 4. That is the relationship. Multiply by 4. So we are going to do B equals 4T. Okay, number 21, almost there. For every 2 loads of laundry my kids fold, I fold 8. Make a ratio table for the situation. So our ratio obviously is 2 to 8 kids to me, 4 to 16, 6 to 24, 8 to 32, and 10 to 40. Okay, and it has an ordered pair column. So remember, our ordered pairs are 2 numbers separated by a comma and parentheses. Okay, they represent the x and the y, and they're going to represent a point on the coordinate plane. So this is 2 to 8, 2 and 8, 4, 16, 6 to 24, 8 to 30, and 10 to 40. Okay, so now I have these saved, okay, and I'm going to use these ordered pairs, and I'm going to plot them on the next page, okay, on the graph. So it says graph ordered pairs, title, labels, and ruler if you need one. Okay, I'm just going to label this laundry. Okay, we know the x-axis is horizontal. Okay, this is going to be the kids because it's the first number in our ratio. The y is vertical, it goes up and down. This is going to be me. Okay, so the biggest number in our ordered pair is 10 and 40. So we have to make this go up by up to 10 and up to 40. So on this side, I'm going to count up by 2s. 2, skip a line 4, skip a line 6, 8, and 10. So I'm good there. Now on the vertical, I'm just going to go ahead and count up by 4s. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, and 44 just in case. Okay, so now my first ordered pair was 2 to 8. So I go over to 2 up to 8. Then I have 4 to 20, or 4 to 16, and then 6 to 24, 8 to 32, and then 10 to 40. I check my line to make sure if it's straight, and it is pretty straight, so I know we are correct. So now we're going to use the graph to answer number 22. Number 22 says, how many loads do my kids fold if I fold 20? Well, an easy way to do this is I find 20 on the graph, and I draw a line from it to our sloped line. Okay, and I put a little dot and I put a point there. And then I have to go straight down. Okay, what number would that give me? Well, it's between 4 and 6, so it has to be 5. So how many loads do my kids fold If I fold 20, our answer is D5. All right, guys, rewatch this as many times as you want. Check your answers, change them so you can study. That is it for today. Have a great day. Thank you for listening. Keep up the great hard work. Bye.